Like a lot of people think this should be your goal, right? A whole bunch of sales. But honestly, this shouldn't be your goal. Your goal should be so many sales that you don't get the notifications and that you actually turn those notifications off, because after a while it becomes a little annoying because it just goes off back to back to back to back. I've done multiple millions of dollars with Etsy, print on demand. I've interviewed other sellers who have done millions of dollars. I've taught students who have gone on to do millions of dollars in sales themselves. And after all of that, here's the truth about selling on Etsy. The process is still incredibly simple. Find a product people want, put it in front of buyers. That's it. The process itself isn't complicated. The challenge is that simple does not mean easy. And that's where most people get it wrong. You see, here's the biggest myth. A lot of people think Etsy stopped working. They think the market's too saturated. They think there are too many sellers. But honestly, that's not what I've seen. What I've seen is that most people quit before they ever give themselves a real chance. One thing I've noticed over the years is that the businesses with the lowest barrier to entry often have the highest give up rate. Think about it. You can start an Etsy shop with almost no money. You don't need any inventory. You don't need any employees. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need a storefront. You can literally start today. And because it's so easy to start, people assume it should be easy to succeed. That's where the problem begins. The easier something is to start, the easier it is to quit. Look, here's the thing. Nobody brags about buying a gym membership. The hard part is showing up 6 months later. The same thing happens whenever you start selling on Etsy. People open up a shop, upload a few listings, they watch a few YouTube videos, then when they don't become successful overnight, they just disappear. The reality is that Etsy isn't difficult to start. It's difficult to stay committed long enough to see results. Let me break down 3 truths for you, and then I'll show you exactly what's still working on Etsy today. The first truth is that most people don't stay in the game long enough. They upload 10 products, maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 40, then they start questioning everything whenever nothing's even working. Maybe Etsy doesn't work, maybe the niche isn't working, maybe the niche is wrong, maybe the market is saturated, maybe they need a new, strategy. The successful sellers, they don't think that way. They understand that every listing is another chance to collect data. Every product teaches you something. Every failure teaches you something, because the more times you fail, the more chances you have to actually correct it. Many of the biggest shops I've seen have hundreds or even thousands of listings, not because they're smarter, not because they're luckier, because they stayed in the game longer than everyone else, okay? So they'll have thousands of listings, then they dial it back, and then all you see is 200-300 listings. That's the key difference. They're willing to list as many listings as it actually takes. You never see all the failed listings, you only see the winning ones. So you really don't understand how much it really takes to stay in the game long enough so that you can really find your path. There are ways to fast track it by getting with someone who's actually knowing what they're actually doing, or learning from someone. Or if you don't believe in that, number 2 is going to be belief, which is actually believing that this actually works. And then start taking self accountability so that whenever this isn't working, you're blaming yourself instead of the platform, the product, the niche itself. And then you really find a way to make sure that you're gonna stay in this long enough until it actually works. The second truth is that people spend more time searching than actually doing. Everyone wants the perfect niche, the perfect product, the perfect design, the perfect AI tool, the perfect strategy. Meanwhile, someone else is actually creating the actual listings. I know a lot of you all spend way too much time trying to create the perfect launch, the perfect product. I'd rather you list a product crappy, looks horrible, and then once you actually list it, really look at it and compare it to a winning listing and see what you're actually missing. A lot of times you're trying to make it perfect to begin with, and by the time you actually list it, man, you're probably already a month or 2 behind. You feel burnt out because you never did this project. Just go A to Z once and you'll be proud of what you actually listed, even though it's crappy. I'd rather you have a crappy listing so that you actually have something to compare to a good listing, and then you can really actually see the difference, and then you can see what you can improve on. The third truth is that most people treat Etsy like a lottery ticket. This one might hurt. A lot of people don't actually want a business. They want proof that making money online is possible. So they upload a few products and they just wait and they wait and they wait. But Etsy, print on demand, it's not a lottery ticket. It's an actual business. You're not just gonna list one product and all of a sudden, boom, you get that magical $1,000. The sellers making serious money are treating it like a real business. They're improving their photos, improving their listings, studying customer behavior, here testing products, looking at data, making actual adjustments. They're constantly getting better, not just listing in hopes that something actually hits, something actually works. So let's break down what's actually working today, and honestly it's been working since the beginning of marketplaces. eBay, Amazon, Etsy. I can even go as far as like things like Poshmark. All marketplaces have a way for you to see the products that are in demand, what customers are actually looking for, what customers actually want. And you know, when it comes to Etsy, you have a few identifiers such as like the bestseller tags, 20+ in carts and whatnot. But at the end of the day, whenever you have things like tools that you can take advantage of so that you can really get a better look at data, I highly recommend using it. So for example, in this video, I'm using a tool called Everbee. Look, so you won't be able to see these types of things if you're just looking on Etsy without this tool. It's a Chrome extension. You just download it and you get to see, you know, a little inside scoop. For example, this is already a simple, looks like a winning mug, right? So first of all, how did I even get here? There's two things that you can do. First of all, you have your product type. And if you don't know how to get a product onto Etsy, I'll show you right after this. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to have a product. You don't have to print anything. You don't have to ship anything. As long as you have a little bit of design skills. With AI now, it's very simple. I have plenty of videos on that, but I just want to break down how simple this could be for you. So here's the simple way of doing searches. You have occupations and hobbies. Those are two very simple things for you to be able to know to do a quick search on. There are multiple other ways. There's going to be, over time, you'll gain a whole database of keywords that your competitors are not using, but this is a really simple start for you. For example, let's start with a occupation. You could do attorney, you could do nurse, you could do dentist, you know, you could keep going down the same like category. You can go to doctor, you know, whatnot. So think about those things. You can use that for your niches, and then you have product types you can swap out. Instead of t-shirt, you can do mug, tumbler, towel, coaster, and the list goes on. There's thousands of products that you'll have access to. So with the product type, you could actually kind of reverse search this with what I'm about to show you, and then you have the occupations and the hobbies and whatnot on the other side. So here is, you can trust me, I'm an attorney. All right, so I typed in attorney mug, right? So now I am using Everbee. I'm going to analyze this listing, and this product is doing roughly $500 per month. And let's see, we're looking at about $14.85 for that, and then shipping cost $5.29. So also with Everbee, you have this profit calculator right here. So we're looking at about $14.85 and then $5.29 cost to ship. So that's how much we're charging our customer, right? And then we need to know our cost of our actual item. So how are we going to go about doing that? So if you don't know by now, this is a website called Printify. There are many print-on-demand platforms, but I personally, me and everyone who I've taught that has reached 6 figures, 7 figures and beyond, mostly use Printify just because it's so simple to use. They have thousands of products on here, and honestly, they have some of the best margins. Reason being is because they're not an actual print provider, they're a network, so they can afford these margins. Whenever you shop directly on like certain print supplier websites, like the prices are kind of up there. So with a print network, you know, they're just more of a network. They're just connecting you with other printers, you know, they can afford these types of margins. So all you would do is select your product, put your design on there, and then you can publish it to Etsy. It's already integrated. Well, it's not already integrated. You can integrate it with Etsy, Amazon, so many platforms, and then they'll print and ship the product to your customer for you. Okay, so they do have a monthly membership. I know a lot of you guys always ask is if it's needed. You don't necessarily need it. You can start for free. It's just the price you pay per product is slightly higher. I do have a free code so that you can get 30 days free of premium. Link should be down below somewhere, but you don't necessarily need that. You only have to pay for an order as an order comes in. So if someone checks out on Etsy, then that money comes to you, and then you can pay for the order on Printify. Okay, if you have a newer account, you probably don't get access to the funds straight away, but I will say this, you know, like what other business can you get into with this low barrier of entry where, you know, you should be waiting to cover the costs. All right, so here we have some actual mugs. There's thousands of products on here. Let them click accessory, phone cases, bags, socks, the list goes on. But here are some mugs. Here's an 11-ounce mug right here, and check it out. If I look at the price of that, $5.56, $6.39. Let's come back over here, $5.56 and $6.39. We're profiting roughly $5.80 each. In any business, 20 to 30% profit margins are very healthy. Don't let anyone tell you something wrong. The most of the time when someone tells you like this is a crazy profit margin where you're not making a whole lot of money, is people who have never operated a business for years and years and years and years and years, and they want to just get rich overnight off of one single product. Okay, there are other businesses that have lucrative profit margins. However, this is extremely healthy. We love anything between 20 to 30%. And the thing is, you're not doing any of the heavy work. You're not printing, you're not shipping. So $5.80, roughly 25 sales per month. It's not going to be crazy, but the thing is, you have to think about all the products that you can stack up, right? So that's just one winning product. Think about if you had 2, 3, 4, and that's where the work really comes in. And that's where most people start to fail, because the first product they list probably won't work. The second one probably doesn't. The third one probably doesn't. But eventually your 5th one works. Your 15th one works. Your 25th product works. Your 35th product works. And then as a whole, you eventually have a business. So once again, up here I have attorney. You can swap either one out. So you can do this way, dentist mug, right? And then you could go down the list. You could do nurse mug, or you can go this way. You can do attorney shirt. You do attorney sweatshirt. So you can change out the niche and change out the product type. And that's a real simple way for someone who's just getting started to have an idea of like what to search for. There are other methods, for example, attorney, right? I'm just gonna copy that word and I'm just gonna do a quick search. And now I'm in a whole new search field that I never knew before. So that's how you really break things down, because you just have to be willing to dive deep, be willing to look at things that you've never looked at before. The biggest thing in your way, I can guarantee you, if you're not seeing sales and you truly want to have Etsy business, is going to be belief to begin with. You have to truly believe to the end of time that you're going to have a truly successful business and you won't give up on it. Okay, look, I wouldn't have successful students without I got a 10 customized family 4th of July shirts, woke up to a few sales, 5 new listings, another 7 sales tonight. Cha-ching made 3 sales tonight. The list goes on. I've shown multiple of my students go 6 figures, 7 figures, 6 figures a month on Etsy, and still this year 6 figures a month. So really think about it. How bad do you want this? This is a business. This is not you just trying to hit the lottery. Although, you know, it is nice whenever you list some of those products and all of a sudden you're hitting a wave that there's certain products where you wake up, you see the $500 a day, $1,000 plus a day, and so forth. So, you know, really truly ask yourself, is this what you want? Is this what you want to achieve? Then truly go for it. This video helped you out. It's pretty quick and straight to the point. I just want you guys to understand a lot of things that you see online is truly possible. Whenever you fail, don't blame it on the platform. Just really take a look at what you're doing and really ask yourself if you're putting in the right amount of hours that it actually takes to see success. And don't ever question your own abilities. All right, so if this video helped you out, just comment, like, subscribe. I got the links down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.